you all make your way back into the Eagle's Roost, and the innkeep, Carnalea, looks to you all, and she says, "Why, all of you look a bit haggard, but I hope and pray that things went well for you."
I the fact that all of us are pretty much still standing in one piece, though Raga is probably resting elsewhere, so he can't be here with us at the moment.
Yeah, you see, he just gets a strong drink of Yama's milk from Isaac, and he opens the door and goes off to get some rest for tomorrow, as he's still in the tournament for the top 16.
Yeah, I think the twins are still trading with the horses, so
Of
but
course, the top 16 and the races and stuff are in the later days. That makes sense to me.
yeah. So after we talk to you guys and us, you know, getting to know each other and getting a few things done, such as getting our supplies for the tourney early, so because we know it was going to be pretty packed. But before then, there was this cute little girl who gave us all letters saying that some of us were going to have to do the preliminaries because there were a lot more people than usual. So Valerie was the one that had to do the preliminary. Which honestly, that's a little mean considering, just because you don't have a sponsor and all that. But we all managed. Uh, on the first round of the combat, some more than others. I got my face kicked in by an arm by a no armored hermit of a guy, and you had and Valerie did like a two shootout with a crossbow guy, just bang, right? And then
What did you guys say, Valerie?
No, I think you're just confusing the two rounds. The preliminary was when I finished it in 2 shots, and but the first round went a bit differently as I went into melee with my dagger.
Oh, it sounds pretty impressive. Isaac looks over and goes, "Aye, it was. Man, quite an impressive performance all of you had. Well, for what I could watch, anyways."
But yeah, things got a bit more difficult early on. Thank God they announced our opponents early on. Sorry.
The later you get, the more difficult it gets. I hear a lot of people will drop out in the later rounds so they don't have to suffer the pain of death.
Yeah, I got paired up with probably one of the more brutal opponents. I value my neck and my life, so I quit while I was ahead.
Oh, that was one who got his head smashed in by your buddy in the next round, right?
He deserved it.
Aye, that guy's a cold-blooded killer. Better now that he's dead, I think. Godfrey was his name, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But, enough of that. Miss Valerie, I heard you got to fight Camille. And you actually held your own, which is in and of itself impressive.
Yes, I took every small advantage I got as a victory of its own. Honestly, the fact that I went against her was both unlucky, but a sight to behold. I hope it certainly was something I'll never forget.
Aye, don't hold it against yourself. Some people are just born
Trust
different.
Me, I don't.
But, that's somewhere to climb towards, right? You've arrived at the base of a mountain.
What?
Means there's a long way to go before you reach the top, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's always next year, as long as you don't get your head bashed in like Godfrey did.
I suppose you're right.
I think that was about it, other than Rago making it all the way after. Top 16 is an honor, you know. I mean, top 64, top 32, that's an honor too, but it's another level to make it all the way up there.
Indeed it is. I'm quite jealous, though. I'm sure
Yeah.
he's quite formidable with that maul there, so it took him quite far, and he's quite hardy as well. I
I
wish him luck
Yeah.
in his future fights.
was pretty sure Godfrey was going to put a sword through his throat, but he managed to pull through at the very end.
Yeah. I know that people see Rago as a kind of an asshole, but he's really a good guy. He's an Aparan after all.
Well, part of the tournament is playing up your villains and heroes and all that nonsense. If he decides to drop out after this round, I'm sure that'll get people into a frenzy for next year.
Yeah. Well, we made it to the end, and it was just a great celebration. And Ronnie, why'd you have you? Man, I thought there was going to be a riot with that amount of gold he just scattered everywhere.
I just figured might as well give the crowd a reward from having such a captivating audience from our performances.
People were trampling over each other. Jesus, this was pretty funny from the upper stands, I'll say.
Yeah.
How many coins did you throw away? It had to have been a couple hundred snella, I would say.
I think last I checked, I counted 200 was missing from my box after all that.
Well, hopefully with all your rewards, you can throw a couple of coins to old Isaac and Miss Cornelia over here. And he looks to his wife and gives her a kiss on the cheek.
Don't worry, you've definitely earned a tip.
Yeah, you've been nothing but great to us.
He smiles and Cornelia reaches under the table and she pulls out a bottle of fine foreign wine and places it on the table. What do you think about this? Want to celebrate?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I think a day like today definitely calls for a celebration.
Yeah, let's get wasted. Kidding.
She opens the bottle, and the Eagle's Roost is popular tonight with music playing and people coming in to see the great heroes and warriors from the gladiatorial combats.